Alrighty. Well, hello, folks. We are getting ready to get started here in just a little bit, and I'm going to allow a few more people here to join us. I see that we do have some people already here. So, what's up, Garrett? Carl, how's it going, Carl? Steve, good to see you guys. We're going to get started here in just a moment. There's Eric. Hello, Eric. Sarah. Okay. Excellent. So it looks like we're going to have a good webinar call today, and we're going to get started here in just a moment. I know your guys' time is valuable, and so I do not want to waste it. And so we can go ahead here and get started any moment. So my name is Scott Andreessen, and I don't know if you're familiar with us, but we're a fence marketing team. We work just with fence and gate companies. And this webinar is about the new 2019 SEO formula for fence and gate companies. So you own a fence and gate company, you're in the right place. So let's go ahead and begin. This is part of our series, guys. So every last Thursday of the month, we hold a live webinar session just like this. And what we do is go through different topics and go ahead and help you with the marketing of your business. So this one is concerning the SEO and part of our series, How to Triple Your Sales by Getting Your Internet Marketing Right. So we're going to be showing you how to do these things yourself. So this is our total digital dominance method for fence and gate companies. And particularly, we're going to be kind of honing in here on this area right here for search engine optimization, the ranking of your services and your products in the service areas that you are targeting. So let's go ahead and get into it. A quick bit of housekeeping, folks, and that is this is your time. So do make the most of it. I know that if you're anything like me, you've got about 20 tabs open on your computer right now, or you're doing other things. So, you know, make this your time so you get the most out of it. Turn off your cell phones, Facebook, any extra tabs, go ahead and shut those down. Those can actually create buffering in the webinar. So do that. And if you guys are serious, truly serious about doubling or even tripling the amount of leads you're pulling in from your fence or gate website, then the next 60 minutes to 90 minutes are going to be critical. So who am I and why should you listen to me? Well, I've spent the last 11 years in digital marketing, and we only market fence and gate companies, so we have a very special ability to hone in on this market because we've dealt with so many campaigns. In fact, we've successfully launched hundreds of marketing campaigns and websites within that time. And we're members of the AFA, for what that's worth, which, by the way, Fence Tech, woohoo, that was a party. I'm not sure if you guys went or not, but that was a lot of fun. And so hopefully I see you at the next one. Now, if you do have a question, folks, there is a little chat button here that you're going to see it somewhere on your screen. You can simply type in there to chat, and that will go ahead and let you ask questions. And at the end, we will have a question and answer session. And if you stay till the end, we have something special for you. You're going to get the ultimate fence and gate online marketing checklist, as well as the most commonly searched fence and gate keywords. and you can use that for your SEO and your pay-per-click. And we're actually going to show you how to do a lot of this stuff yourself. All right, so what we're going to cover today, the latest updates with Google algorithm as it pertains to fence and gate companies, the things that you may have put in place in the past that can be hurting you now, as well as how to optimize your website using the new SEO formula. All right, so does SEO still matter? I want to hear from you guys. I want this to be interactive. So I want to hear. Type it in the chat box for me and let me know. Does it still matter to you? I mean, you're on this webinar, so I imagine you folks are curious, but I do want to know what you believe. Do you believe it still matters? Come on, don't be shy. You know, Carl, Steve, Oscar, does SEO still matter? Steve says yes. William says, I don't know. Okay. Sarah says, I believe so. Okay. So let's find out, because we all know that there's a lot of stuff out there, a lot of ways to get leads. So let's take a look here at a desktop display of some search results. And here on mobile results, we have some ads up top. We've got some ads here. If we scroll down the mobile display, we've got an ad up here. I mean, we can clearly see Google is moving towards ads. And then if you scroll all the way down on a mobile phone, you see even more ads. So basically on a desktop device, which is what you see here, we have these ones highlighted in yellow. These 5 positions. Believe it or not, they still get 71% of all the clicks. 71%. So that's out of the whole page of search results, even above this ad. A lot of people still bypass the ads. And out of those 71% of people that do click, 67% click within the first 5. So 71% click page 1 of the organic, and then 67% click the first 5. So in a nutshell, you know, it does matter. So where do you guys click? Let me hear from you. When you guys are searching online, where do you like to click? Are you clicking ads? Are you clicking a Google Maps listing? Are you clicking organic? Yep. Oscar saying organic. Gotcha. Yep. Sarah says, I click ads. Okay. No problem. William says he clicks in the maps listings. Very good. Okay, so we've got a few of you actually chiming in. 1 clicks ads, 2 click organic. Bill says I click organic. Okay, so it's relevant. Yes, SEO still matters. So I want you to take a look at some client results, guys. And this is based on pay-per-click and SEO. So within SEO, our total leads for this particular client are 495, 208 organic calls, 150 maps calls, and 113 pay-per-click calls. So that's 495 leads altogether. 208 and 150 came from maps. And then out of that, that's 358 total leads coming from the organic SEO and maps section. So that is a huge chunk. That is actually 72% of the leads came from organic results. So it does pay to be there. And my goal for you guys attending this webinar is to get that aha moment and those tips and tricks to make this happen so you can grow your business. So we cannot rely on just pay per click alone, right? SEO still matters. And there's 3 big changes, the biggest, that I want to point out to you. And that is, you can no longer get away with the duplicate content. And so if we go back just a few years, 5 years, the common trend was to target your keywords. You know, if you're operating in 20 different cities, then you would just make 20 different pages with a city name, and that would be your SEO done, and that would rank. You know, and you'd have the same content on each page, but the actual title of the page you would just put with the city name and change it like that, and that was very effective for years. That would actually get you on page 1. That does not work anymore. So I can tell you that you know, there were some huge players in the game that operated their business that way. They had these empires with just massive amounts of leads doing that. And post Penguin, post Panda, it just killed their business. So no longer duplicate content. You want to have original content for each page. Mostly original. You know, keep it, don't be borderline, but like 80% original content or more per page. Low quality links pointed back to your website could hurt you. Now this is a big one because a lot of our clients, at least, come from buying backlinks, where they might have gotten an email or some sort of an offer to buy some backlinks, and so they would buy these by the thousands, and that used to work. It used to be just a popularity contest. Whoever had the most backlinks won. So Google got wise to that, and they really slapped that, and all those sites came crumbling down. So low quality backlinks, I'm going to show you guys actually how to look at this yourself to see what you have pointed to your site. We're going to do that in a little bit. And the other thing, and this was a biggie, you need a real physical office to rank well on Google Maps. I remember the day when you could use a P.O. box or a UPS store or something like that. That does not work anymore. And it did work for some time, but pretty much they have wiped all that out. They're continuing to wipe that out. So you need an actual brick and mortar physical address in that city that you want to rank. Even a house still works. You can use a house, okay? But it cannot be a virtual office type deal. So no more duplicate content. Most fence and gate companies serve at least a 25 to 50 mile radius. So within that, you guys have lots of cities and towns, right? It used to be common to just set up those pages for each city and keep everything the same, but change only the city name. You want to make sure to not do that anymore and have original content on each page. And then lots of guys, another biggie is setting up those micro sites. So they would have like fenceInstallerOrlando.com, fenceInstallerTampa.com, fence installer, city name, and all these little micro sites. But all that did is just dilute the effectiveness of your main site, and that no longer works. So I'm showing you guys what is no longer working, and this way you know what to do so you can change this and start getting those rankings that you want. Your pages must be unique from one page to the next and from one site to the next. So too many irrelevant, low quality links pointed back to your website could actually hurt you. and address this, and now it's all about the quality and relevance of the links. So we're going to get into that in a moment, of what kind of links you do want and how to get them. We're going to be going over that, because that's a little vote. That's a little someone actually taking time to say, go here, check out their site. They know what they're doing. They're the place you need to be. And then they actually post a link from their page over to you. So in the eyes of Google, that is, it's a popularity contest that way. And so I'm going to show you where to get those links. And then on those links, you want to work to diversify the anchor text. So anytime you make a link, within that link, there is a place to put the anchor text of what that link is. So you have http://mysite.com/ blah, blah. You can actually title that link a keyword. And so you want to put it a keyword you're looking for, like fence installer, city name, and so on. But you want to diversify those. You don't want those all to be the same exact thing. So let's go ahead and take a look at one. And to do this, I'm going to actually pull over this one here. So on this site, we're looking at some backlinks. So the site here is SWI Wyoming, and they have over 2,000 backlinks, which is what you want. Eventually you want to be in the thousands. But the issue with these links is, if you look, a lot of them are from stuff that makes no sense at all. So like we have some stuff written in Chinese here. These are all very, non-authoritative, irrelevant links back to the site. So perhaps at one point they bought a link building program or something like that. And so this kind of stuff, even though there's 2,000, it's actually just kind of hurting the site. And so this needs to be cleaned up, and it can be cleaned up with a tool like Ahrefs. And I'm going to give you some more tools in a second. But so I just want to kind of give you guys an idea. And on here, you'll see the anchor text right here. So the name of this link, for instance, is just the company name. You would ideally want to put a keyword in there, like whatever it is, the service that you're targeting, wood fences in Orlando, Florida, for instance, fence installer in Orlando, and just kind of mix it up a bit. All right. So that's just a brief example on that. Google Maps had a major change with the Google Pigeon update. The primary address local map listings is what we're referring to. So it took a major toll on those who had fake addresses, the UPS stores, mailbox, etc., virtual offices. And this worked from a home address. It still does to a certain extent. And having your business address hidden, that can also hurt a bit. So ideally, you want to use a physical address and actually show that address. That's the best chance you've got to rank in that 3-pack of Google Maps. So what else has changed? Old-fashioned SEO is no longer effective. We're talking about the keyword stuffing, where you could, a lot of these websites look like they're made for search engines nowadays and not for people. And so stuffing a lot of keywords on the page, that doesn't work. It's all about user experience now. So the new approach to SEO, the new formula, involves the user experience. And when I say that, I want you guys to be thinking of tools, things that are going to keep people on your site. Think tools, think entertainment, things that are going to keep them engaged. Because what you don't want is for them to go on your website and then click away after 10 seconds. Okay, you want them to be hanging out on your site for a minute, 2 minutes plus. because Google tracks that, believe it or not. They actually track how long people are staying on your site and everything. They even track what people do on your site, scrolling and everything, which I'm going to show you how they do that. So by tools, some popular ones for our industry are My Salesman, Nearby Now, which Nearby Now is really cool. It works with reviews, and so you basically take a picture from your phone using an app, and that passes Geo Modified data to your website of where you took that photo. And so it has that code in there, the Google rich snippets, to more locally optimize your website just by taking photos and uploading them to your site. So that's really cool. Those are two tools, My Salesman, Nearby Now. And My Salesman is a little different. That one actually connects to your site. It helps make the sales process of your fences or gates more efficient. So that's what I'm going to say about that. So what are the new ranking factors? Hey, what's up, Bart? I see you just joined us. Good to see you. Click-through rate, that is key. So what I mean by that is when someone, I'll pull this over, when they type in a keyword, like in this instance, you guys see Tampa fences. When they type that in, how many people are actually going to click through to your site? This is tracked. So if you make page 1 and people are not clicking on your link, then you're going to drop. So you actually want to make your meta description, which is this little part here. You can actually set this in your website code. If you use a WordPress site, you can easily do that with a Yoast plugin. You want to sell that click. Give them a reason to click. It could be a special offer, a free estimate. Here you don't need to be thinking so much about SEO. You really want to sell that click. Because the higher the click-through rate, the more you're going to climb up. All right. Scroll rate, that is important because that tells people it tells Google, what people are doing on your site. And for that, we use a tool called Hotjar. Let me go ahead and show you what Hotjar is real quick. And you guys can actually get a copy of this for free. What Hotjar does is take little videos of what people do on your site. I'm not sure if you're familiar with this. A lot of people aren't, but it will actually record. When people go onto your site, it will actually show the mouse where they went, where they clicked, and so on. And so that's good because now you can see what people are actually doing once they get to your website. And it helps out with converting leads because if they're not clicking, for instance, on a contact form when they get to your site, if they're not finding it, that's a problem because that's missed opportunity. So Hotjar, it's a little code. You just install it on your site, and it will give you that little visual video of what folks are doing once they get to your website. All right. So time on page is a big deal. How do you keep people on your site? What are some ideas? I want to hear from you. How are you keeping people on your website right now? I want to try to make this interactive, guys. So go ahead, type in the chat box. How are you doing it? Oscar, how are you keeping people on your website? Bart? Sarah? Don't be shy. Come on, talk to me. Anybody? Any takers? You got to be doing something right to keep people on your website, I'm sure. A lot of picture content from Oscar. Very good. Yes. Now, with picture content, hopefully it's not stock photos, but real pictures of your work, your team. That helps a great deal. So picture content is good. Sarah says video. Yes, absolutely. You guys are getting it. The longer you can keep people on your site, that's half the battle, because that stuff is all tracked by Google. If you have people that are going to your site and staying, that's going to bump up your actual rankings as well. So good answers, guys. Bounce rate is something to watch very closely. So if you have any kind of analytics on your website, like Google Analytics, it's going to give you something called bounce rate. And what that does, it's one of the most common statistics. It lets you know how many people click onto your site, and then within a couple seconds, they're gone. If you get too high of a bounce rate, that is going to kill your rankings. So something is an issue there. Either their on-site user experience when they get to your website is no good, that perhaps they're not finding what they're looking for. So if that's the case, maybe your site is optimized wrong, or maybe they go on mobile and your site is not mobile friendly, and they're like trying to pinch and resize things, and so they're just clicking away because they're fed up. But so you guys get the idea, I hope, on that bounce rate. Bart says, no real plan, but I do have a video of bifold gate and pick gallery of stock photos and real work. Awesome, Bart. Yeah, absolutely. That will help. Yep, get the video on there for sure. Number of citations, reviews, and relevant links. So this is huge. And if I pull this over, we're going to look at reviews. This is the new currency of the internet. If I want you guys to just take away anything major about this webinar, it is to have a system in place on every job that you do to generate a review. And if you do that, not only is it going to help you rank here, but it's going to make your job in the future of selling clients so much easier, because this is social proof, guys. This is customers, and it's proven that people actually do read these reviews. Some do, some don't, but the majority do read them before making a purchasing decision. So work on the reviews. I'll show you some tools, very affordable tools that you guys can use to automate this process. Because eventually you're going to want a system in place. I mean, if you ask for the review, that's fine, that's good. You should make a habit of doing that, but you should also have a nice automated system, because we all get busy, right? So the new SEO formula, figure out what the most important keywords are based on your services, the areas you serve, and search volume. Now I'm going to show you a couple of free tools on this webinar, how you can do this in minutes. Okay, this is not going to take weeks of research, it's going to take you minutes. So let's go ahead and do that. Here are some tools: WordStream, SpyFu, Google AdWords, Keywords Everywhere, which is a free Chrome extension, Ahrefs, SEO Quake, which is also a free Chrome extension. So let me give you an example of how we would find some good keywords for you that get search volume, and do that quickly. Okay, so if we type in fence companies near me. Now on this, I have my little Keywords Everywhere. I turn it on. You just install it from Google Play. I'm going to go ahead and put, fence companies near me in the Google search. It runs through it. And then what's very cool about this tool is not only does it give you keyword ideas, but it gives you search volume, and it also gives you cost per click for Google AdWords. So you're getting a couple of different benefits all in one. You can build out a nice search engine optimization campaign, get some ideas, and if you want to couple that with Google AdWords, you get an idea of what it would cost to actually buy this traffic per click. So this is powerful. We have, I typed in fence companies near me, chain link fence companies near me. That is a popular term that gets volume. Local fence companies near me, best fence companies near me. So what do you do with this, guys? You make a page specifically based on this keyword. And now you're the most relevant for this one keyword. So that's how you get smart and play this game. You want to have all original content. You make one page for each of these, all original content, put some tools on there like the nearby now, put your video. And this doesn't take a lot of time, right? You could even hire maybe your sister, your cousin, whoever, have them write the content for you, have them put in the video, and then there you go. You know, you paid them whatever, not a whole lot of money to put together this content and put the page up for you. So that's how you would use keywords everywhere and build out basically a search engine optimization campaign. And one more thing I want to add on that is, you know, a lot of the, at least in our experience, the clients for Fence and Gate, they have kind of the same golden keywords in mind. And you want to try for those. So definitely include those in your campaign. Like, for instance, just the word fence company or fences. But also build out these pages like this. That way you're going to get all that extra traffic that your competitors are not savvy enough to get. Set up a great website with unique pages targeting those keywords. So we just covered that. Ideally, you want to have one page, one service page for each city. So if you are a fence installer and you operate in Tampa, Orlando, St. Petersburg, Palm Harbor, I'm just naming kind of all the markets in my local area, you would ideally want one page for each of those, all with the unique content. Optimize your website for the user experience. You guys are hearing me drill that in a few times because that's becoming so important. On-site optimization. So we're going to cover that in a little bit. I'm going to show you how to see what sites are actually optimized for. All right. So give me 1 second here to get situated. And build your authority with off-site optimization. That has to do with building backlinks, business directory listings. Track your results using call tracking, Google Analytics, setup goals, webmaster tools. So call tracking is the big takeaway from this. If you're not using call tracking, you really don't know what you got, because once you're scaling, I mean, the clients that we deal with a lot are doing $1 million plus. They have many different advertising channels, which might be pay-per-click, Facebook, organic, business directories. And so you want to know premium directories, listings on those directories. So you want to know what is bringing in what. And the only way you can effectively do that is to individually track each one of those calls with a unique call tracking number. So how we do it is all the clients for these different channels have different phone numbers set up that ring to their main phone. And then this way they have a dashboard they can log in and they see that, okay, this call came from Facebook. These calls came from Maps. These calls came from pay-per-click. And then this way you know where to spend your money and how much to spend based on how much return on investment you're getting. So let's go ahead and take a quick look at an example. So we have this Tampa fences. Let's go ahead and search that. And as we look at this, we see some of these sites here. And we want to take a look and kind of see why they would rank. So these guys are in the 3-pack. Let me just go back real quick. These guys right here are in the 3-pack of Google Maps, which is where you want to be. Some things we notice right away are they all got reviews, okay? They all got websites, so we can see a trend there. Let's go ahead and click on one and kind of see how they're optimizing their site. Also, you can notice that they're not gaming the system, right? They're not putting in here that their name is Tampa Fences. So let's just take a look here. They're using their real company name. If we look at a website, they've got a nice looking website here. I'm going to use another free tool called SEO Quake. Again, this is one you guys can get for free. Just go to the Chrome store, type in SEO Quake. It'll give you this extension, and then it shows up like this, and you just click that button. So if we click on page info, it's going to run through and give us some information. Right here, it tells us they have 170 pages indexed in Google. So that's a lot of pages, right? That means Google trusts their site enough to put in 170 pages. They've got 889 pages in Yahoo. So they got a huge site. We see that the title is optimized correctly. Here's their page title. It says Tampa Fence Installation Company. Fencing and Gates, West Florida Fence. So that is very good. Pardon me 1 second. I'm just signing out of Skype. Apologies, folks. Hey, this is live. This is how it goes. So we can see they've optimized their title tag correct. Their meta tag, or their meta description, is actually what appears in the search results. West Florida Fence is a Tampa fence company. So they're doing everything right. Let's take a look at their density. What is density? So density is telling us what this page overall, how like a search engine would see it in terms of keywords. So you guys can do this. I mean, it's kind of fun, and it doesn't take long. You see how long this is taking me? You can see that this page, the top 3 words that their homepage is optimized for is the word fence, Florida, Tampa. I mean, that's perfect, right? So they deserve to be on top. They're doing it right. If we go down further, they even have the word fencing, gates. So, I mean, their top 10 words are all very relevant. They're doing a great job. And so, you know, that's part of the reason they deserve to be there. So you guys can do this too. And you can even get sneaky and do it on your competitors. And then you can look for ways. So let's play devil's advocate. Now let's see, how would we beat them at their own game? We know we'd have to create some good pages. We could maybe beat them with tools if they don't have some good tools on their site. They've got images without alt tags. See, this will actually pick apart things on their site that could be fixed. Right here, text HTML ratio. That means the amount of text versus code they have on the site. That could use some help. So there's ways to beat them. And I just wanted to show you guys that tool because it's free, it's pretty cool, and it will lead you in the right direction. All right, so let me go ahead and keep moving on. Fence and gate keywords. At the end, I'm going to give you guys a full list of the most popular keywords for fence and gate. But where you want to be is kind of your city, whatever city you're targeting, plus fencing. Your City Plus Fence Company. These are a lot of the big ones. And then gate, Your City Plus Gate Repair Company. Your City Plus Gate Repair, ornamental gates, Your City Plus ornamental gates. So you guys can look at this, you can download the list and see which ones apply, and then actually build your campaign out like that. That will save you some time if you don't want to use the different tools. On-site optimization, I covered that a little bit. I'll just go a little bit more into that. You want good original content. Don't write it for search engines, just make it sound good. Make it very readable, friendly. That's where this is headed. And make your user experience on the site, make that strong. Make the site visually appealing, like Bart added, add the video. That's very smart. Oscar, you added the, lots of picture content. That's great. Just make sure you have enough words on that page too. Pages for each of your services, pages for the cities you serve, unique content, and then nearby now. That's the app where you can take the photos on the job, and then instantly it's going to upload them to your site with that Geo Modified Content. That's an easy way to automate your SEO right there. Is it's gonna tell Google, okay, he took this picture from this longitude, latitude, and they even insert your keywords in there. You click a button, done. So that's a very nice trick. It works really well, and it's giving the user everything that they want, because that's all Google cares about. Aside from making money, that's their #1 goal. The next thing is they want to make sure that people are getting the most value out of their search results. So that's their goals. They want to deliver the best search results. So you are giving them that. If you're a fence installer, a gate company, and you're showing up in that search and you're clicking on it and they're going on this page, they're seeing geo-modified pictures of your work, that's fine. And of course, unique content on every page. Keyword in the title and H1. So you have title tags on your site. You want to make sure that those have the keywords that you're going for. And of course, I mentioned before, meta description that sells the click. It's got to be more than just we're a fence installer in Atlanta, Georgia. It needs to be fence installation in Atlanta, Georgia with free estimates. See our styles and videos on this page. Something like that. It's got to sell the click a little bit more. Name, address, phone number in the footer. So this one's important, and when you add that, make sure it is consistent with your business directory listings. We see a lot of websites where they've got business directory listings all over the place. The websites are wrong, the phone numbers are wrong, and even on the website it's wrong. So it's like, where does this company exist? That will hurt your rankings. You want consistency across the web. Blog with ongoing updates. With this, don't feel like you need to be writing a lot of articles every day, every week. Just one good blog post a month is sufficient. You're putting new content, relevant content. That's enough to satisfy the search engines that we've seen, okay? Moving on. By the way, is this helpful, you guys? I want to know. Talk to me real quick. I want to keep you guys engaged here. Are you getting value from this? Let me hear from you. Cindy? Joe? Bart? Ah, Oscar says yes. Right on, Oscar. Very good. Very good. I'm glad. Okay, so for your off-page optimization, you guys, what we're talking about here, the biggie, the mother, is that Google My Business listing. You want to make sure that you own that, and it's quite common that we've talked to a lot of clients that it's actually owned by some other company. Don't you own that, especially if you have the physical address. All you have to do is verify that listing, and they will send a postcard to your address, and then you own it. So you just do it with a valid Gmail account, and make sure that you actually own that listing, that it's not some other company. Get lots of citations across the web. So this helps kind of point links and increase popularity. What we're talking about citations here would be business directory listings such as Porch, Thumbtack, House. It could be Home Advisor. Things that are listing your name, address, phone number, website. All those business directory listings, they actually do hold value, because not only do they get traffic that you can siphon off of them, but it helps with your organic to prove that, okay, this company is established. They have a physical address. It's posted the same everywhere we see. And so that's going to help your rankings, because you're proving that you're credible. Build up your online reviews, leveraging the best in-class tools. So the ones we recommend and that we use for our clients are Nearby Now, Bird Eye, Review Buzz, Customer Lobby, and Podium. Those are all really, really good tools. Build authoritative links back to your website from other websites. So with that, that could be, for instance, you could do private blogs about fencing, Chamber of Commerce, stuff like that. So the secret to getting ranked on the Google map, that is going to be, a lot of it has to do with reviews. And of course, don't use a spammy name. Use your real company name. The other thing that helps, we mentioned, is these citations, these directory listings. Okay, if you recall not too long ago, you would actually see, this was, just a few years ago. On the Google Maps listings, they would draw reviews from other sites, like Judy's Book. They draw them from Yahoo, Bing. And so when you saw the Maps listing, it would actually have reviews from other sites. So they stopped doing that because now they have their own review system. But they still pull that, and they still use that in their algorithm from what we see. And so the sites that are really ranking well are typically diverse, that they got all these different business directory and citations. They've got a Facebook local page, Dex Knows, Kudzu, Bing, Super Pages, Yahoo, and a lot of these folks offer free listings. So it's a bit time consuming, I get it, but you can really improve your business on Google My Business. You can really drive up that ranking if you have all this stuff in place. And of course, the reviews. So how do we build up good relevant links for fence and gate companies? We look at it like this. It all starts with a great website. Make that user experience awesome, because we found that people may find you on these other places, but eventually they're going to go to your site and kind of check you out firsthand and see who you are. So a lot of times that funnel that starts out with these directory listings and so on, Bart says, I use Yext. Awesome, Bart. Very smart. Yeah, they're the best. We love them. In fact, that's who we use. We're Yext resellers, so you're on the right path. For instance, with the AFA, a blog, I'm just naming some different kind of associations in our industry, Vinyl Manufacturers Association. These are all ideas to build up good relevant links. Is any of these sites. So whether or not you have someone in-house to do this, or you're going to do it yourself or hire a company, just put a plan in motion here. Over the next 30 days, you're going to build out so many of these directory listings. All right, say over the next 30 days, you're going to build out 10 of these and see what it does to your rankings just by doing 10. Okay, and it doesn't happen overnight, right? Because Google's a big search engine. But when you start doing this little by little, you do see the result. It does prove to push things up. How to build up good relevant links, more on that. So we covered a little bit on this, and that is using the Ahrefs tool. Check your sites for backlinks, see what you got. I would love to believe that competitors do not put spammy backlinks against other competitors, but I'm not going to say that it hasn't happened. So just see what you got out there. If you have a lot of stuff from China and other countries and it just doesn't make any sense for operating a fence company in the United States or a gate company, get rid of it. You can, they have tools out there like this where you can disavow those links. And basically they will automate the process of collecting all those spammy backlinks, give you a spreadsheet, you upload that, and it will tell Google that, hey, we did not make these links, do not associate them with our site, and that's it. So yeah, that's a big ouch. Now, some low-hanging fruit for you guys. Supplier websites. Some of them do allow for backlinks. It never hurts to ask. Some will actually put up a page with your website. Chamber of Commerce. Client websites, especially for some of you guys, you know, a lot of you are doing commercial. Ask them for a backlink. If they're happy with it, just say, hey, would you mind giving me a backlink? Just putting a page on your website. You'd be surprised. A lot of times you'll get a yes. It costs them next to nothing to have their web designer for them to do it themselves. Architects you network with. A lot of you guys are doing networking with architects. You can have them put a link to their site to yours. That's relevant. Builders you network with. They all got their own sites. And a lot of them, you know, they would have no issue at all with putting a link from their site to yours. And of course, we discussed the associations for fence and gate. A relevant private blog about fence or gate industry. So this one you'd have to do some searching, but if there's a lot of private blogs out there that you could just ask them and they will give you the link. So if we look at this page, these guys are on top. What do they have in common? We can see they got reviews. They've got a claimed and verified Google Maps listing. They have no spam in the company name. It's a real company name. Online reviews. They've got a synonym keyword in the title tag for where they want to be. And they have lots of citations with consistent reference of their name, address, and phone number. And then they have a solid link profile across the web. So link profile, you want all your business directory listings to be the same. And it sounds like, Bart, you're on track with that. And then as far as your link profiles, you want all the same website links. Your social profiles, you want them like Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. You want all those to have your same business name as well. And keep in mind that you only have to do this once, right? And then you're done. That when you set those things up right, unless someone goes in and screws with it, it's going to be set up for good. So the new SEO formula, basically you're going to set up a great website with pages of each of your services for each of the cities that you serve. You're going to get your keywords and your geo modifier in the title of each page, right? Fence installer, main city hub. If you guys are in a smaller city and 20 miles away is where you pull most of your business in a largely densely populated city, you want to make your home page that central hub. You want, even though you're in the small city, you want to label your website as that main central hub. So fence installer, Orlando, Florida, right? Fence installer, Miami. You guys get it. Unique content every page. Leverage multimedia to enhance time on page and reduce bounce rate. So Oscar, you're doing that with your pictures. You mentioned you do have a pic gallery of stock photos and real work. Okay, so more real work. Shoot some video on your phone. You can upload that to your website, and of course, adding videos is going to help. Reviews. Build your citations and keep them consistent. Post updated content on an ongoing basis. And so that would be like a blog post. Just once a month, make sure you got a blog post going. Build links and authority. Leverage paid search to identify high converting keywords. So I'm a strong believer in pay per click, because once you have it dialed in and targeted, you can automate your revenue. I mean, pretty much almost exactly that. Once you have that campaign dialed in and you learn how your competitors are, you can expect a certain amount of clicks, and based on those clicks, you can expect a certain amount of leads, like clockwork. And out of those leads, you know your closing ratios and you know how much revenue you're going to get back from that. And so once you figure out from your pay per click, and if for some of you guys doing that, you already know this, they have a section in there called search keywords. And it will tell you exactly what terms the people typed in that got you the click, that got you that paid click. So if your website is set up right, not only do you know that keyword that they clicked, but you know which keyword they clicked that led to the lead. That's even more powerful, right? Because then you can go through each month and say, okay, I got all these clicks, that's what got them here, and I got these leads based on this keyword. So that's huge. And then what you can do is you can build out an SEO campaign based on those high converting keywords. And you'd be surprised. We get shocked that we see patterns that, oh my gosh, that brought him in 10 leads that term. And so that does happen. You see anomalies and learn. All right. So at this time, if any of you guys are interested, we do offer free SEO reviews, analysis of online visibility, custom keyword list of most important search terms, ranking report showing where you rank currently, analysis of online directory listings and consistency, analysis of online reviews and reputation, analysis of your social presence, and analysis of website conversion effectiveness. So you get something that looks like that. All right. So I want to hear some takeaways. Bart asked a question here. Sorry. What if you are not located in that bigger city? Will I use automatic gates, Los Angeles, or automatic gates, Palm Springs, and a page for every city? So very smart question, Bart. First off, Los Angeles and Palm Springs. You could rank for both of those keywords, but you would want a page for each. So as long as both pages have original content, then you could have page automatic gates for Los Angeles and automatic gates for Palm Springs. Now, if you're talking about a Google Maps listing to show up in the 3-pack, then for that you are going to have a physical address in one of those cities. There's no other way about it. And if you're not willing to do that, then you should just forget about trying to rank in the Google Maps. Does that answer your question? I hope that answers your question. But very, very smart question. What else? What else did you guys learn or take away from this? Jeff says, I need to work on my backlinks. Okay, yep, absolutely. William says, I want you guys to do my SEO. All right, William. Very good. Schedule a call. That's fine. Karen says, I need to remove duplicate content. Yeah, absolutely. That's a biggie. Okay. Very good. So free online marketing plan review. This one has a $250 value. We will cover all this stuff for you. Everything that you see there, social presence, online reviews, online directory listings, rankings, keywords. It's all customized for you if that's something that you're interested in. The total online strategy is kind of like this, and then we'll wrap this up. A website that's built to convert. Get proactive on your SEO by providing value-added content that answers customer questions and a great user experience. Focus on your online reviews and reputation. Get strategic pay-per-click management going. Social presence and email marketing also helps. And then have precision tracking and measurement on your key performance indicators. So that would be your calls, your leads, and your local traffic. And at this time, I do have a little bit of time here. If anyone wants me to take a look at their site, we could do a quick walkthrough, and I can just kind of give a quick analyzation of it, see how it does with the SEO. Let me know. Any takers on that? Want to be a guinea pig? I'll let you know what I see on it. Don't be shy. Anybody? Nobody? No takers? All right. Bart says, I would love to, but I'm at the job site. Yeah, I hear you. No problem. No problem. All right. So if you need help, folks, we're here. And you can also call us at this number, 855-217-0194. Or go to our website, fencemarketingteam.com/schedule. And a reward for those of you who stuck around. Here's how you're going to get the list of the most commonly searched fenced and gate keywords and the updated Ultimate Online Marketing cheat sheet that I promised you. Just go to fencemarketingteam.com/reward, and that will be an instant download. There's actually no form to fill out or anything. It'll just instantly download it. So we are available. Let's talk. Otherwise, I want to thank you for your time, and I hope you found this very helpful, you guys, and I wish you all the best and much success. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye.